nothing less than what we are, whether we are fearful or sad, searching or doubtful. In this way, the bodily resurrection of Jesus is an invitation to be fully human. And that's what this devotional is about, being human. And with our humanity comes the ability to inquire, to imagine, to dream, to create. When it comes to scripture, I wonder what kind of relationship many of us would have to the text if we had all been invited to do those things when we read it. Rather than viewing the Bible as a book of absolutes, what if we were to read it as a diverse book of stories and instructions relating to the human experience in all its messiness and beauty? One of my seminary professors once said that when we read the Bible, we should read it with resistance, constantly asking questions, wrestling with it the way Jacob wrestled with God. I invite you to do just that. Asian feminist scholar Kwok Pui-Lan offers a post-colonial imagination as a way of approaching our Bible reading with a desire, a determination, and a process of disengagement from the whole colonial syndrome. I argue that such a syndrome has permeated our being, causing us to view the world as fixed, linear, dichotomous, and functioning in hierarchical relationships of domination and submission. For many of us, the assumptions behind how we perceive the biblical text have brought us to a place of unlearning and unraveling, of decolonizing, where we find ourselves hungry for new, liberating insights into our faith tradition. With this, two key questions emerge. First, how can the Bible and its tradition speak into today's questions? And second, can we reimagine the biblical world so as to have new horizons open to us? The Bible has played a major role in modern colonial relations. It has been used to legitimize the oppression that came from imperial domination of indigenous populations around the globe. Thus, the Bible became a text of Western imperialism. When the Bible's content, which deals with every aspect of life, political, economic, religious, and historical, was taken out of its original context, the result yielded a depoliticized Bible and, as a consequence, religion in the West was reduced to personal faith and salvation. This allowed Western imperial culture to see anyone outside of its bounds as other, including the very group to which Jesus belonged, the Jews. The writings of subjected people resisting empire became the very text used to justify it. To decolonize the Bible and the ways it has shaped us, we must be able to imagine alternative perspectives that make possible a change in these power dynamics. This process emphasizes interpretations that are found on the periphery rather than center stage, leading us beyond the familiar to in-between places where new ways of thinking and seeing color our reality. To decolonize, we must engage every aspect of life, queering boundaries and allowing new possibilities to emerge. We must, as activist Carol Adams says, not dematerialize the sacred or despiritualize matter. This book is divided into 5 sections: creation, spirit, the body, wisdom, and the feminine. With an emphasis on these 5 themes, I invite you on a 40-day journey of repatterning, reimagining, and reweaving scripture. Some reflections exegete well-known passages in a new light, while others center on telling a story, mostly bits and pieces of my own. I reflect on how I have come to understand the ways that the intricacies of daily life and faith are intertwined. My hope is that my musings might stir up something relatable, whether you align with my thinking or not. This is how theology is done. En conjunto. It is the work of a collective people coming together in their differences and disagreements, seeking to make sense of themselves, the world, and the divine. Some of my reflections offer questions to ponder. Others don't. Feel free to listen to this as you wish. You can reflect on each theme or move around as you please. There is no right or wrong way to engage. You may notice that I acknowledge the existence of deities found in pre-Christian or indigenous spiritual traditions. This notion was not uncommon in the ancient world, as plenty of Israelites didn't deny other gods existed. They simply believed their God was the only deity worthy of worship. Understanding this can offer us a liberative shift in our mindset and in our thinking, encouraging us to